Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to the Sunday Night Society of Secretly Perfect Poets Live. I'm going to give you a little bit for the Overlord and whoever might be coming in the room at the beginning to get in the room. And I'm going to get everything pulled up and get this thing started, shall we? Y'all will have to forgive me. I'm a little tired tonight. So if I look tired, that is why. And you probably noticed that my backdrop is gone. That is because the way that it's put up, I have to leave it up all the time. And though I can open and close it, it's just a pain to do. And I don't like it there all the time because it makes me feel closed in. I like big, wide open spaces. And I decided to just suck it up and let y'all see my office. And so that is why things look different right now. But welcome. My name is Angelique, otherwise known as From the Breath of Daydreams, here on YouTube and on Instagram. And I am a member of the Society of Secretly Perfect Poets. That is a collection of poets who write to prompts. And the Overlord should be in the chat in a moment. I see somebody's in the chat, but I haven't seen them speak up yet. And that is VJHD.writer. And they will be monitoring the live chat. There you are. Hello. As we go. And so starting off, we are going to be reading the favorite 5 that the Overlord picked out of all the poems that were written. They get their own special little live, and they picked some pretty awesome poems, I must say. So, welcome. We are the Society of Secretly Perfect Poets. Enter all who seek meow-rific community values. Friendship shall be found amongst the paw prints of poetic ink. How are you doing tonight, by the way, Overlord? Or how are you doing this morning where you are? And while I wait for them to answer, like I said, we're a society of poets, a community of poets who likes to write to prompts. And the way this works is we give out secret prompts during this live. The secret prompts will be announced during the first hour, and you need to write down what those secret prompts are. And then once you write them down, I'll give you the information at the end of the live, but you'll be sending that poem to Society Secretly Perfect 3U's poets on Instagram, and that'll get you into the society. You'll get a kitty cat made for you. You get all the secret prompts. Or if you're already in the society, you get what we call golden tickets. And that gets you little perks depending upon how many you collect. It's cold there. I wish it was cold here. It's hot here. It's unusually hot for this time of the year. But so last week, the society members wrote to what we call the Frazzle Dazzled prompts. And they had to use the following phrases in their poems: frazzle dazzled summer escapades, sinking without a life preserver, drifting out to sea, on a wave of madness, as well as the word fuchsia. You're bundled in a lot of blankets. Oh, I am sitting here in shorts. Hi, Tommy. How are you doing tonight? And so the rules for the prompt was, if they wanted to just do the original prompt, they needed to write a 20-line poem, prose, or short story, including every prompt line that was given. And if they wanted to get a golden ticket, they had to write an individual poem for each prompt line, with a minimum of 12 lines. And whether writing for the original or the gold ticket, in order for it to qualify as a line, it needs to have 3 words per line. Couldn't be reposts. Everybody did an amazing job, I think. And so you'll kind of see as we go and you hear the poems being read, you'll see what we mean by what the rules are. And so right now we are reading the top 5, and that is the top 5 poems that the Overlord VJHD writer picked out of all those that were given to be the favorites. And so that makes them, like da 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 times 2 special. But before we do that, I need to give you a secret word. And in fact, I apparently need to give you 2 because I missed the first one. So your first secret word, if you are wanting to write about the prompts, or if you're wanting to write to our prompts this week, is ecosystem. 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 Ooh. The Overlord will put it up in the chat if you need to see it written down. And then the second prompt is cyberspace. CYBERSPACE. And if you wait until the end, if you write them all down and you wait until the end, I'll tell you why these words were chosen. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of cool. So now that we've got that out of the way, fireworks. The first person who is being read tonight is in the room, Tommy DeSaro, TM DeSaro, and he won a kitty token, but did not get the golden ticket. So his poem is called Fathomless Blue. Fathomless Blue. Oops, one moment. I forgot. I'm taking the times down tonight. So y'all are going to see me going over here and scribbling, and that is because I need to write the times down, because for some reason y'all tend to lag behind when the live starts, and that causes the times to be incorrect. And so it's easier if I just look up and see what it says and write it down. So the first poem is by TM DeSaro, and it's called Fathomless Blue. A wave of madness blinds the mind. Remembrances will trick the eyes. Running rings around the sun, you subjugate the moon. Then all too soon, the stars create a continent of lies. Feelings fly you can't deny, like clouds across a bloodshot sky. Drifting out to sea like bottles full of troubled writings thrown, hoping for a seasick savior to forgive the guilt you own. But all you see are blurry gulls eating seafood under glass, merciless with their disdain, no quarter for your hungry past. Sinking without a life preserver, it sometimes feels that all is lost, swallowing a world of wanting, oceans full of filthy faults. Bubbles glisten viciously, crystal daydreams flash like fire. As the ship burns up above, you drown inside a sea of love. Frazzle Dazzled summer escapades haunt the mildewed mess you've made, while pressure marks the twain you love, the depths you crave are not enough. For drowning makes an easy death under a foot of wine or 12. We rearrange our dark regrets like shark teeth on a book of shelves. Your memories melt in blue deception. Soggy notebooks hold your treasure. Hearts are bound by what we cling to. Faith is fleeting, hard to measure. Now you float back to the surface, drifting steadfast towards the shore. Life is lovely when you're breathing, suffocating when you're gone. The sky inside your mind is clearing. Red succumbs to amber haze. You see what was and know it's over. Testaments to brighter days. The water glows with fuchsia fish. They sparkle fast around your feet. Create a whirlpool for your wishes. Return to where you need to be. And that was T.M. DeSaro. Wonderful poem, Tommy. Because we have to move so fast to get through this first hour, I am just going to do my favorite lines in each of the poems that I read. And I think my favorite line in this, I saw it, hold on. I love the line, Ash is clapping, yay. I love the line, like shark teeth on a book of shelves. Mostly because I just like shark teeth, but like shark teeth on a book of shelves. I think that's a really cool line. And it's obscure. You wouldn't think of it being thrown in there. And I also like the way that you brought in your metaphor. You really played with the ocean aspects in a metaphor as you went throughout the poem. And Tommy says, thank you for reading XXX. You are welcome, Tommy. Thank you for writing. Beautiful, beautiful poem. And next, we have another secret word. Let me scroll down. This third secret word will be cloud, C-L-O-U-D, cloud. So make sure you write it down if you would like to write to this prompt list. And the next incredible poet we will be reading got a golden ticket and a kitty token. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That means they wrote 5 poems. Yes, they did. 5 poems. And that would be broken _ blue _ pen. Blue. And the Overlord says, yes, it is a beautiful poem, Tommy. And it really was, Tommy. And so this is Broken Blue Pen, and it is called, oh, I love this. It is called Of AI Being Pro-Tabby. Somebody was watching live whenever I talked about that. Tommy's thanking the Overlord. So Of AI Being Pro-Tabby by Broken Blue Pen. Did you catch that? Or is your mind drifting out to sea? Please take a moment. Don't mind me. I'm here with the pen in hand, penning 3 or 4 twisted kitty tails, all in pursuit of the golden prize. Maybe a per token for Fuchsia's sake. Tickets and tokens for me to collect, possess, and own, to keep, to have, to treasure away in my hoarder-style home. Some may say, what's wrong with that pen? They normally write much more twisted, darker, and blue. The answer is quite simple. It's a different side of me showing I can be a playful kitty too. I pay attention to the live, even the banter. I promise that's no jive. So come, kitty, kitty. I have penned a piece of whimsy with a required line that could have been easily turned dark. And you did, Blue, you did. And I love it. And you paid attention to the silly AI's love of tabbies. That was very cheeky of you. And I enjoy that. So thank you, Blue. And that was just delightful, smile inducing, wonderful. So my favorite line. I think that my favorite line in this one is going to be maybe a per token for Fuchsia's sake, because I like the for Fuchsia's sake. And Ash is clapping, and Tommy says it's well written, Blue, and it was just delightfully humorous and cheeky, and I love that. So wonderful job, Blue. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the 4th word. And so the 4th secret word tonight is worm. Y'all are thinking, what in the world do all these words have to do together? I know, but worm, W-O-R-M. So I'll give y'all a second to write that down. And then the next person we are going to be reading is the nature underscore of Ash. The nature underscore of Ash. She was saying howdy in the room. And the overlords reminded me, write the time down. I did. I caught myself. And Ash won both the golden ticket and the kitty token. So yay. And her poem is called Feature. Feature. The water rushes, music to my ears, visions and colors slushes, been doing it for years. Hold my breath long as I can, diving way down for a shiny 10. Can I make it? Holding breath, you can't fake it. Blood in the temples, contemplate the gods, fingers sifting pebbles, a consciousness nods. Just a few more inches, just out of reach. This pulse control, you just can't teach. Thoughts are getting funny. I'm underwater, my nose can't be runny. Tighten the chest, the part I love best. Coming up, gulp in the air. Mindset you just can't share. Every sound like they're in a tunnel, or maybe I'm still in a funnel. Was that loot? No, just an owl hoot. Back up, listen to the air, to the wind, to whatever. Swallow the best of all natural feature. Be an astute observer. You might find you enjoy sinking without a life preserver. Oh, I like that. Because I like going deep too and finding things down there. Tangent, don't have time for a tangent. Must tangent, don't have. So, and Tommy's giving purple hearts. So, quick tangent since I'm rushing. Did you know that if you basically, what's the word? Because I want to know, I forget. Where you breathe really, really, really fast. If you do that so that you get all of your air out and then you suck air in, you can literally hold your breath for like 3 minutes with no problem. It's not even hard to do. Oh, I wish I would have known that when I was younger. Hyperventilate. Thank you, Ash. Thank you so much. They need to teach kids how to hyperventilate to hold their breath, because that would make diving for stuff so much easier. So much easier. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with y'all. But my favorite line on this is, I think, well, the prompt line is good in this just because of the way it ends it. I like the prompt line on it, but I'm not going to pick the prompt line. I think that my favorite line would be holding breath, you can't fake it. Because there's few things, like that is one thing. You can't fake it if you're running out of breath underwater. There's no going, no, I'm fine. I'm good. It's okay. So I really like that. And this was a wonderful poem, Ash. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the fifth word. And the fifth word is virus. Virus. V-I-R-U-S. Virus. And the fourth poet that we will be reading did not go for the gold ticket, but she did get the kitty token, and she loves the kitties. She is an avid kitty token collector. I think, I could be wrong, but I think she might be the only member in the society who has every single kitty token. Is that right, Overlord? Mel's the only person who's collected them all, right? And so this is by @Melrose underscore poetry 18, and it's called Queen of Sinkholes. Yeah, she has them all, but I don't think anybody else does. So that makes her unique. We'll have to do like one special kitty for whoever collects all the kitties in a year or something. She'll be the only person to get it, which should like that. But this is Melrose underscore poetry 18, Queen of Sinkholes. Frazzle dazzled summer escapades, a wave of madness hoists a red flag. Fuchsia allows my brain to defrag. Sunsets melt hues into softer shades. I can now turn down those hot coals that my emotions have been tossed on. Acting impulsive is frowned upon or been seen as queen of sinkholes. Do not panic drifting out to sea. You are still able to swim freestyle. Poisonous thoughts regurgitate bile, starting dry heaves almost instantly. Into your stomach they creep upset. It can feel like a merciless sting. No need to entertain cowering before that's only a baseless threat. Sinking without a life preserver, you don't need one if your mind is strong. Repeat like a mantra that plain song. Tumult will be caricature. Oh, that's interesting, Mel. Heavy metaphor. She plays heavy on the metaphor a lot. Overlord says, or a kitty house to keep them in. Ooh, that would be nice. I like this, Mel. And Tommy's giving you the purple hearts. Oh, picking a favorite. You know, even though normally I would probably pick repeat like a mantra, that plain song, as my favorite line, just because I do the mantra thing myself quite a lot. But in this case, I'm going to pick as my favorite line, tumult will become caricature. Because I would have never thought in a million, billion, trillion, bajillion years to use that as a line. Tumult will become caricature. And what a really fabulous way to use the word caricature. So I just really like that. I think that makes an already interesting poem just shoots it way up into even more interesting. And it just makes me pause and think, because I mean, I obviously know what caricature is, and tumult will just become, you know, like a caricature of what it should be. But picturing that and imagining that and then letting your mind traverse around that, very cool. Very, very cool. And Ash says, wow, Mel. Yeah, that's cool. And so that brings us to the kitty token word, da 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 da, which got changed because the overlord come across this word and showed it to me, and I was like, oh, because it very much so describes me. Overlord says, I just wrote down the new golden tickets in the book, and we are at 98. The next prompt, someone will get number 100. Oh, that's cool. I want to be number 100. No, not really. Or maybe. I don't know. But, this word. Have y'all ever heard of the word latibulate? 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 Can't give you the exact definition because it's not down here, but I basically think of it as when I'm up on the bookshelf watching everybody and being quiet and staying in the shadows. Latibulate. Just kind of taking it all in, but in my own space, hidden away. Is that not a beautiful sounding word as well? Latibulate. Oh, I hope everybody writes and goes for it just so I can say that word a lot. Latibulate. So on that, and that's Latibulate. Late. The overlord will not write it in the room because the pretty kitty tokens don't get written in the room. And so that brings us to the fifth person who's being favorite, and the overlord picked me. Ah! Da 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 da. I got a kitty token and a gold ticket. You want to know why I got a kitty token and a gold ticket? It wasn't because I was going for the gold ticket in particular. It was more that every single time I sat down to write a poem just for the original one, I couldn't write a poem for it and use all the words. I was really stuck on one of those lines, and I decided it would just be easier to write the individual poems than it would be to write all of them in one poem. So for me, in this case, I think the original prompt was more challenging than the gold ticket prompt. I wonder if Ash and Blue think that as well, and that's why they did it. I just find that humorous. Anyway, so this is from the Birth of Daydreams, me, and it is called Waking Up, and it is an upon dreaming poem or prose. Often as not, my dreams leave me feeling like I'm sinking without a life preserver. They're made of the kind of terrors nightmares wish they could become. They're overwhelming, excruciating, and completely normal for me. They can be more exhausting than just staying awake. When I was younger, I escaped into a fairy woods of lush emerald green and stars of such brilliance my mind could barely grasp their beauty. Fog danced in delectable swirls, and the night was a comforting balm. I would meet him there, this man, this poet, this fairy in the shadows, a calm within my storm. We'd dance and laugh, we'd explore the woods and talk. Mostly we'd write, and write, and write, and write. So much poetry, so many novels. I'd wake excited by what was created, so eager to write even the idea of it down. But the memory of what was written would just disappear. Poof! It'd drive me nuts, but oh, how I loved those dreams. Found peace within those dreams. I've not dreamt of that mysterious man in a long time, at least not that I remember, not until last night. I sat before a crackling fire, gazing out into the darkened wood, trying to remember. Why did this place feel familiar? What was I missing? Was I dreaming? Damn, it smelled good, really good. And then I heard the footsteps, a long, slow stride, a scurry of something more excitable, a face forgotten, familiar, remembered. It all came racing back, memories yet to be made, pasts colliding in tailspin, time's transient traveler turning the page to tomorrow, the moon laughing in lyrical lunacy. Recently, I felt like I'm sinking without a life preserver. Hello again, he said. Our eyes met, syllables swayed, and I smiled. Overlord says, yeah, easier for you. I have like 25 poems to slide up. Now, I did not think about that, or I would have tried harder to do just the one. And Ash says, Overlord, you should really talk to the fella passing out the crazy prompts. And Overlord says, haha, I shall do that. And Ash is clapping, thank you. And Tommy says, gorgeous writing, Angelique. Thank you, Tommy. Pick out my favorite line. I think my favorite line, just because I like alliteration, would be time's transient traveler turning the page to tomorrow. But I also like, even though it's just simple, I like the line, and I smiled, because I think in any kind of writing, when something that simple statement is made like that, it is very, it puts a hard emphasis on what's being written about. And I just think it's a gorgeous way to write, in my opinion. I like it. So that's it. And so that was the last of the favorite 5. Thank you for picking me, Overlord. And Ash says, fireworks. But that brings us to a little bit more about the secret prompts. So these secret prompts, Overlord says, I like hello again. Yeah, I like that too. Thank you. So the secret prompts were found in an article that the Overlord read about words that have been borrowed from descriptions of nature and repurposed to describe technology. I went and read the article. It's a really cool article. Maybe, I don't know if we can put the article in the caption. Is that allowed? Well, if you're in the society, the Overlord will put the link in the society, in the chit chat. You could do that, right? Because it was a really cool article. I liked it. And so that's where this prompt list was from those words. And so all the secret words have technology borrowed from descriptions of nature. And in order to describe and explain technology, show this parallel in your piece. And so the word limit, the line limit is 16 lines or more. And for the golden ticket, and as usual, it must be 3 words to count as a line. No repost, please. And for the golden ticket, you need to use these 5 other words that I'm about to give you that were also in the article. So if you're wanting or even think you might want to go for the golden ticket, get ready to scribble. You need to use the word tree, T-R-E-E, tree, spider, S-P-I-D-E-R, Ash is already excited, water, W-A-T-E-R, bug, B-U-G, and swarm, S-W-A-R-M. And if you are not a member of the Society of Secret Poets, or you don't know who we are, when you write to this, you are going to want to send it to @Society Secretly Perfect Poets. And that is, oh, I have to spell it off the top of my head. Okay, that is SOCITY SECRETLYPUUURRFECTPOETS. That is easier to do in writing. So Society Secretly Perfect Poets, it'll be in the caption. You need to have them sent in by Friday the 24th at 11:59 Central Standard Time. That is 5:59 a.m. on Saturday, GMT, and 3 p.m. Saturday, AEST. No, yes, 3 p.m. Why does it say 9 a.m.? That is not right. So, thank you very much. And Ash says, oh, somebody should make a sign to Glash. I don't know what a sign to Glash would be. I don't know what a Glash is. What is a Glash? A sign to Flash to tell me how to spell it? I think so too. But so this was the favorite 5. I hope that y'all are going to come back. We have 2 more lives that we're doing tonight. We have the Mission Impossible, which will be next, which has some spectacular writing in it, and then we're going to do the remaining poems that were written to this prompt right after that in their own live. And the Overlord says the prompt piece needs to show the meaning of both ways the word is used. So that means you need to use all of those words both in a scientific way, however it's used related towards computers and technology, and also in a way towards nature. That is a challenging prompt, Overlord. So that should be pretty cool for whoever pulls that off. I'm kind of glad that I said I'm not doing any prompts for the rest of the month. I would start nitpicking that one. So I look forward to seeing what you guys write. And on that, we're going to end this live and move on to the next one. Thank you all for coming, and thank you everybody for writing. Tommy, are you going to come to the other lives, or are you just going to come to this one tonight? What are you doing, Tommy? And we are the Society of Secretly Perfect Poets. We are the voices beyond the din. We are the cats who will always win. We are poets of imagination, creativity, and meow scratching alphabetical dexterity. We search for clues and hunt for treats. We base our prose on instinctual beats. We keep a sharp eye towards various causes. We attract certain types of poetic pauses. We have a propensity for finding the fun when not being studiously serious with puns. We are the voices above the fray. We're the safe space for those with something to say. I hope we'll see you in a moment with the next video. Bye.